How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having an amazing day, and if you haven't already, let's give the Lord some praise because He allowed us to see this day that was not promised to your eye. Happy Easter, everybody. So today I thought I would do something a little different on my channel and do my eyebrows on camera with y'all. Of course, if you don't know, but most of y'all do, I had cancer, so a lot of my hair was completely wiped out during my chemo treatments, so I have to draw my eyebrows in because I also during that time found out that I had lupus, and the medicine that I'm on is keeping my hair from going in certain places. So I am going to do my eyebrows and show you how a person that has little to no hair, that's been through cancer and lupus, does their eyebrows. So if you would like to see how I do my eyebrows, keep watching. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just watching some of my family members on the Roku stick, so I had to go cut that down. So let's see what we're going to start with. So we're going to start with this stay in line right here. And so let's get started. And I just use this to do the outline sometimes. So how's everybody doing today? And are you going to church today? Are you going to sunrise service? That's what we're having at our church. And then after that, the kids are going to say the Easter speeches. And if you all don't know, I have two grandkids. There are two grandsons, 10 and 8. And they are going to be on program today. So that's what I'm doing. Of course, I go to church anyway, but that's our schedule for today at my church. Are you going to your church? And what programs are you having at your church? So yeah, guys, darlings, I had cancer in 2011, January 27th, 2011. I found out that I had stage 2B breast cancer. And 2 years before I found out, my sister had passed and she had stage 4 breast cancer, which progressed from her breast to her brain, and from her brain to her spine in less than 8 months. At the age of 32, she passed away. That was my best friend. That was my everything. That was my baby sister. And I miss her dearly. And it took many, many years for me to even get to where I could talk about it without crying. Who would imagine that your baby sister would pass before you? We're 3 years apart. And where you saw me, you saw her. I moved out of the house when I was 18, and guess who came with me? Yeah, my sister. So it was a hard pill to swallow, and I was mad at God, and I was really mad at him. But when I came along and I got cancer, because I questioned him and I was like, why, God, why? But when I got cancer, I got my why. He didn't answer me right then. He didn't give me the answer right then. It took many years for him to give me my why. But I got my why. And yeah. So we can't get mad at God. He understands. And He forgives us. And He, He understands. He already knows about us. So, pretty much that's what I do. But guess what, guys? I don't think I even brought my brush over here. I also got a haul that I gotta show you guys something real quick, but I'm not gonna show you all of it, but I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. I got some new makeup that I'm gonna do a haul on, but let me pause this and go and get my brush. Sorry about that, darlings, but yeah, but you know, cancer is a terrible disease, and it don't care what age you are or anything. And so I took the BRCA test, and that's a test to see if you carry the gene, so that your family members can be informed. And yes, I carry the gene, and guess what? I got all girls, and my sister got 2 girls. My test said that it's a 1 in 3 chance that my daughters could get it, and I pray that they don't, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But the only difference between cancer and lupus is worse to me because I done had both of them and I can speak on it, is that with cancer, I knew exactly how many days that I was going to be down and everything before, I'm sorry about that, guys, before I would have my energy back. With lupus, it's a day-to-day battle. Do you hear me? A day-to-day battle. So, yeah, but through it all, I still give God all the praise. And don't worry about that. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to be using the Maybelline 30 to shape my eyebrows. And this is how I do mine. And, so, it is just a day-to-day battle. But through it all, as I was stating, I still give God all the praise because He is not going to put no more on us, no more than we can bear. And then our tests become our testimony to help somebody else that's going and fighting along the way. So if I can tell my story to help, or my testimonies to help someone, I don't mind sharing, and I have many. I have many things that God has brought me out of, took me through and brought me out of. And I don't mind sharing it because others can benefit from your testimony. I used to be so ashamed, not ashamed, but just shy and worried about who is looking at you at church. Now, I don't care who looking, because I got a praise on the inside, and I'm not going to keep it to myself. You can't keep it to yourself. If God has brought you out of something, I promise you're going to want to tell it. So, that's why I spread my testimony to whoever wants to hear it. That God is awesome. He's a healer. When I say He's a healer, He is a healer. Yes, He is. This one is a little bit thicker over here. So, I'm still battling with this autoimmune disease, but I still give God all the praise. I praise Him through my good, my bad, through my storms, through my sprinkles, through my rains. I give it all praise to Him. So, this is how I do my eyebrows. I'm not a professional, but I learned, and guess what, guys? I didn't even wear makeup. Before I got cancer, I didn't wear makeup. None at all. Not one single bit of makeup. So, I like it now because it's an art. When you are bored and you don't have nothing to do, you learn to get your makeup out and create a look. I'm not a professional, but I just keep practicing to make myself better. But I went to a feel good, look good class when I had cancer, and they taught you how to apply your makeup, to keep you out of depression, because you will get depressed. But one thing about it, if you ever stop moving, and if you ever stop moving and get to thinking about it, cancer got you. Me, I never let it get to that point. I had it was gonna snow the day of my surgery, and I lived 90 miles from the hospital I was having surgery at. So they called the day before and they was like, "Do you want to reschedule? It's gonna be a bad weather advisor." I was like, "Nope, I'm leaving right now." Got my family together, my kids, my nieces. My mom didn't go because she can't, she couldn't go through it. So she stayed here, and my cousins, my family came from Louisiana, and we all met there at the hotel, and we just played games and enjoyed each other that night. And that morning we got up, I went to the hospital. My kids passed out cancer ribbons, and my cousin had made to make them, keep their mind off of me. They passed it out to all the patients that was having surgery that day. And we prayed and everything. And then everybody came and see me before I went in. And they was like, "You're so calm. You're not nervous." And I was like, "Not nervous, not one bit, because I know God got me." That's the kind of peace that I had over me, that I was not afraid. I knew He was going to bring me out of it. I already knew. I knew a lot of things about my sister that God revealed to me. Also, because when my sister first got it, they was telling her that it was cyst. So they lanced my sister's cancer twice, saying it was a cyst. And the whole time it was cancer. So God revealed a lot of things to me about my sister. And then when I went through it, He revealed a lot of things to me about me. Like, I knew when my sister was saying that it was a cyst, and I just kept on saying, it's not what they saying it is, because God had already revealed it to me. So when she found out, I didn't really get upset, because the Lord had already revealed it to me. And her doctor didn't expect her to die, but it was God's will. So when it's God's will, it ain't nothing nobody can do or say. It's going to happen, and can't nobody change it. So, yeah. People think I'm crazy when I say I thank God for cancer, but I do thank God for cancer, and I'm going to explain why. It's because before I got cancer, I was an alcoholic, going down the wrong path, and God knew that I need something to get me back on the path. And so this was my opportunity to get it right with Him and to get me on the right path. So I thank God for cancer, because it got me back on the right path and got me a relationship with Him. So, yeah. So I'm at 14 minutes, guys. I just gonna clean this up, but this is how I do my eyebrows. I'm just gonna go back and lighten that up with some. I take a sponge and dab that in the front to make it not so harsh, and then I'll take some eyeshadow and go back over this from here back. But I'm going to go ahead and close out. I just wanted to share that with you, show you how somebody that has had cancer and took all their hair away does their eyebrows. and to share my little testimony with you. I thank you all for taking the time out to listen to my testimony. And remember that no matter what storm you're facing, God can bring you out. And no matter what sickness you're facing, God is a healer. And he don't heal in our time, he heal in his time. And every test that you go through is a testimony. May not be for you, might be for somebody along your journey that is for. So you have to go through something to get something. And that's something that God has for you. He will take you through it and bring you out of it. Just keep the faith, keep believing, and know that storms don't last always. So thank you, darlings, for taking the time out and supporting me. I really appreciate you. And everybody have a happy Easter and be blessed, my darlings.